Here's some scissors.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll be a little easier.
So all of this is our latissimus dorsi.
Mm-hmm. So, see, it's starting here and moving cranioventrally, and it is superficial. Right, your external abdominal oblique is starting just about the same place. So there's just a tiny little area there where they're overlapping.
Oh, okay.
Or the latissimus dorsi is overlapping your external abdominal oblique. The external abdominal oblique, the fibers go caudo-ventral. You can see those little fibers running that direction. So that's your external abdominal oblique, and that's going toward the midline.
So from the last rib toward the midline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then let's see. So, and yeah, you can see those fibers even more clearly as we go along. This right here, we're going to look at the two that are easiest to see first. So that was the external abdominal oblique, and then this right here is the rectus abdominis.
Okay.
So that's right along the midline, and those fibers just run craniocaudal, straight up and down. Now, the other two layers of muscle are a little bit harder to see because they're so thin, and it's kind
Are
of
we
hard.
going to be able to identify those? The transverse and the internal?
You could identify them on from a diagram.
Oh, okay.
And there are some good diagrams in your text showing the different layers.
Okay.
You know, or I might have you identify the external abdominal oblique and ask you what muscle would be deep to that.
Oh, okay.
Or, you know, describe the direction of the muscle fibers and ask you to identify it on that basis. But the this one, let's see. This one, this deepest one that comes right up over your rectus abdominis, this would be the transversus abdominis. And those fibers run pretty much just dorsoventral, just straight around. Now, the internal abdominal oblique is the one that's really hard to actually see the fibers. Looks like we actually can see some on your specimen. Let me see, I'm going to cut this away a little bit to see if we can get better visualization. It's just hard for me to tell, but the internal abdominal oblique is just immediately deep to the external abdominal oblique, but its fibers run cranio-ventral. So
Same as this one?
No, those are craniocaudal.
Oh, craniocaudal.
So
this is cranio-ventral.
Yeah, so see the external abdominal oblique runs this way, and then the internal abdominal oblique is coming this way. So they crisscross. So that gives a lot of added strength because the fibers are going in perpendicular to each other. So shoom and shoom, and so then everything meets on the midline.
So what muscle would be deep to the?
Let's look at that. There's a really good diagram in your text. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. Okay, so this is showing a cross section. So the external abdominal oblique is this outer one right here. Just deep to that is the internal abdominal oblique. And remember there's a lot of fascia. From the muscle fibers blend and are attached to the fascia, and it's that fascia that actually comes across to the linea alba. So that fascia comes superficial to the rectus abdominis, and then deep to both of those is the transversus abdominis, and its fascia comes deep to the rectus abdominis. So it's kind of like a taco. The rectus abdominis is the filling, and the external and internal are one side of the shell, and the transversus abdominis is the other side of the shell.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.